You should believe me. Our low-tax approach.
Well, imagine the shock for the Prime Minister when he finds out that according to official spending watchdog, the Office for Budget Responsibility, taxes under this government are on course to reach their highest level since the Second World War. Don't just take my word for it.
The overall tax burden is going up. Shouldn't you just be straight with people?
In fact, the Institute for Fiscal Studies has revealed that for every £1 the Treasury has taken from taxpayers, less than 25 pence is coming back in tax cuts. The group's analysis shows the Chancellor's tax cuts give back to taxpayers less than £1 for every £4 being paid in tax rises since 2021. So by any standards, Sunak's government has been fundamentally dishonest and outright misleading when it's talking about tax cuts. In fact, the government's latest measures put the UK on course to have the biggest tax-raising parliament in modern history. Is it any wonder the Conservative government has been described as a modern-day Fagin, picking pockets wherever it goes?
You should believe me.
By now even Larry the Cat must be packing his bags.
We became only the first European country to join the fast-growing Trans-Pacific trade bloc.
Well, again, imagine the shock for the Prime Minister when he finds out the UK's flagship Trans-Pacific trade deal, which was presented as a cornerstone of post-Brexit global Britain, will deliver even less benefit to the economy than the tiny uplift that was previously predicted according to the Office for Budget Responsibility. In a report accompanying last week's autumn statement, the OBR said the UK's entry into the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership would add just 0.04% to GDP in the long run, which it defines as after 15 years of membership. On the other side of the balance sheet, the loss of GDP due to Brexit and exiting the EU single market is put conservatively by the OBR at a staggering 4% of GDP by 2030.
And my argument today is that the UK is a modern, dynamic, thriving economy.
Seriously? 13 years of Conservative government has left the country with crumbling schools and hospitals, untreated sewage dumped in our rivers, a creaking Victorian rail network as terrifyingly expensive as it is fundamentally unpredictable, a criminal justice system at breaking point, a half-baked Brexit deal which is costing the UK economy £100 billion a year and strangling UK businesses with extra costs and red tape, taxes on course to reach their highest level since the Second World War, economic growth forecasts slashed, the highest debt in 60 years, millions living in poverty, destitution and using food banks. On which planet has this Prime Minister been living?